Everyone, Phi Farley here, January 23rd. Happy hump day, everyone. Wednesday, we got NCAA basketball's best bet coming to you here in just 1 second. First, though, if you have not subscribed, take a second to do so. Hit that notification bell, get my picks as soon as they come out. And we're off 2 straight wins here. Before that, it was 7 straight wins. We've won 9 of the last 10 here in NCAA basketball. It's been a fantastic, profitable season. So congrats to all you who have been following along. But again, there's still about 35% of my viewers that are not subscribers. So please take a second and do that. Hit the subscription button, as well as hit that notification bell so you get my picks as soon as they come out. Unfortunately, some of those people watching the videos are after the game tips off, and I keep recommending hit that notification bell so you can get this pick as soon as it comes out. All right, so let's get into today's slate because there's a ton of really good basketball games, and I'm going to go to one of the best because I think we got an edge here going to the state of Texas. I'm going to give you a couple leans, by the way, at the end of this video. But when we go to the state of Texas, we got the Texas Longhorns going into TCU. Now, one thing here is Shaka Smart's going to know how to get into the tournament. He knows that 20 wins is the key number that you'll need to get into the tournament, which as you look at this season, if we were to win every game at home, talking about the Longhorns, win every game at home, which includes beating Kansas, that still puts the team at, right now they're at 11-7. That's still going to put them at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 wins. 17-win teams typically don't make the tournament, typically. Now, I do think Texas has played a very hard schedule, so they may get an edge there, but they're going to need some Big 12 tournament wins to end up getting that into there, or they got to win some road games, which is why we circle this game TCU, because if not, we're talking about winning at Iowa State, very, very difficult. Winning at Oklahoma, winning at Texas Tech, very, very difficult to win in each one of those games. But here we got a 2-game run on the road, one against TCU, one against Georgia in conference. Now, if we flip over to TCU, let me mention one more thing before I do. Texas, when it comes to their schedule this year so far, you need 2 things to get into the tournament typically for a major conference, and that is the 20-win mark and marquee wins. So they have the marquee wins checked. I mean, when this team plays well, they play very, very well. They beat Arkansas, they beat North Carolina, they beat Purdue. These are all, tournament type teams. They beat Kansas State on the road. They've had some very, very good wins throughout the season. They've also fallen flat. They've lost to Radford. They lost to VCU, losing to Providence. Those are just falling flat when they shouldn't have. So they don't have a whole lot of margin for error when it comes to this game against Texas Christian. Now flip over to Texas Christian, a little bit easier schedule here. Even opponents that they did not know where they would sit, like a USC, ends up being not that great of a win by crushing USC by 35. Just looking through, Fresno ends up being one of their better wins, and then they lose to Lipscomb by 9, who's actually a pretty darn good team. But just, going through their schedule pretty light, and then they get into conference play, and they're 2-3. Now, the 3 losses come to the 3 toughest games they've had. They beat Baylor and West Virginia, which are winnable games by any measure. Texas will be the next most difficult game that they've had to play. So, what does that mean? Texas has this game circled. TCU necessarily doesn't. They should be concerned about this game because Texas is going to come in behind the coaching of Shaka Smart, and I think they're going to have this game circled as a must-win. I think they circle the wagons. I think they're very capable of winning this game outright pretty handily. So I'm going to grab 2.5 right now. By the way, let me get to a betting line. I'm going to pull up the live betting line right now. It is at 2.5. We got 69% of the tickets over on TCU. 76% of the money is over on Texas. So a lot of sharp money going in on Texas. Myself, I'm also going with the Texas side. All right, so now all that said, I'm going to update my lines real quick, go through a couple games that I like in addition to the daily best bet of Texas Longhorns. Let's see, I'm going to be loading through. Let me go through this way. First one, LaSalle going to Fordham. Fordham, inferior team, very, very weak schedule. Very weak schedule, especially versus LaSalle's. So don't let the records fool you. LaSalle's the better team. I'm taking LaSalle there as just a pick I like. Let's see. What other leans do we got going through today's schedule? DePaul. I like DePaul at Marquette. I know that it's a road dog here, but DePaul is a very feisty team, very young, athletic team. And I do like Marquette. I've liked them all year. They've been very profitable for me. But I think DePaul is one of those teams that will hang. We're getting 9, so very capable of covering those 9, still losing the game, give the Marquette the victor. But I do like DePaul in that one. I've lost on Missouri State and I've won on Missouri State. They're the ones that ended my streak. So, but I do like Missouri State again against Loyola Chicago. Just a lean though, so take it for what it's worth there. And that about wraps it up. If there's any other games in particular that you want me to comment on, you can throw it down in the comments and I will do so. And good luck everyone today. We'll see you again soon.